We'll continue this series of videos focusing on the high-resolution 3D seabed charts produced by Seafield Navigation for the TurboWind software family of fishing plotting systems. We must emphasize that these charts are not suitable for navigation. In this video, we're going to focus on the folios covering the areas of Shoreham and Dover in the English Channel. So let's zoom in here a little bit. I'll switch off the coloured areas so they don't interfere with what we're going to see. And we'll take a look to the south east of the Isle of Wight. So we can see that there's a complex seabed. Just pick a random feature. We can see on the right hand image that we've got no navigation chart features. I'll just show you that. Nothing in the navigation chart. And if I switch our charts to fishing mode, all we can see are 3 soundings on that section of chart. I'll put it back into basic mode and then we'll switch back on the seabed contours derived from the Seafield charts. So as we can see, we have a bank here 53 meters deep. We're doing this video in meters instead of fathoms this time, with further gullies and banks to the east side. And to the west side we have more seabed features popping up at us. On top of that bank it looks like we've got a wreck. Let's find it again. Yeah, a couple of wrecks, one there. Not much to see, just a bump on the seabed. And this one here, again not much to see, but it's standing up a good 4 meters from the seabed. So if we switch to the 3D image on the left hand side, we can see the shape of the bank. If we switch on the tidal currents, which are very dominant in this area, on the navigation screen we can see the surface tide running at about 1.5 knots, seabed tide running at about 0.8 knots. A little bit further out in deeper water, 60-70 meters of water. We'll zoom out a little bit, pick another area. Again, on this 3D image we can see the deep channels here and the shallow banks. Very little detail, if any, on the surface navigation chart. So again, we can see the deep channels. Let's change the image on the 3D to try and give a little bit more clarity to the extra data being shown on it. Okay, I'll switch off the tidal arrows. Like I say, we are focused mainly on the 3D charts for this demonstration. So here we've got a new wind farm in place. As well as being on the surface navigation charts, they're also on the KIS Kingfisher data release, which comes out every 6 months. And these are the pylons for the individual wind farms. We'll take a look on the outside of the 12-mile limit here. We've got the red 6-mile limit, green 12-mile limit. Take a look here and we can see the sand waves on the seabed. So we can see the shape of them. And in this area they have a steeper eastern bank and a gentler western bank. So in this area you have a better chance of being fished in a west to east direction if you're bottom trawling. So we'll carry on moving along the folio. We'll carry on in an easterly direction. Again, we've got the 6 and 12-mile limits here. We've got a feature on the seabed inside the 6-mile limit. That looks like an ancient riverbed. River's coming out along the bottom there. Again, the shape of this can only be drawn when you have a complete picture with all the bathymetry available to you. We'll go along past into the Dover area, along past Beachy Head heading up towards Dover. Still in 40-45 meters of water. And just on the inside here, inside the 12-mile limit, we've got a deep basin, 49 meters deep. Sand waves on the eastern side. A wreck just beyond to the west. Keep working our way up. Well, here it's getting shallower now, 30 meters of water. And again, ancient riverbeds and scour marks coming up to meet you. Interesting feature here, horseshoe on the seabed, possibly an ancient oxbow lake. But again, with this detail here, I'll show you that piece of seabed from the navigation charts standpoint. We don't see any features here apart from 3 soundings. So with obviously with 3 soundings you can't draw this image. You need thousands of soundings to draw this image. So we'll just put the ISO lines back on there. You can put them on the 3D as well, so we can delineate the edges better on the 3D image. The contours on the seabed are spaced at 1 meter, so slightly more than half a fathom. So if you wanted to work along this edge here, you can do it with these charts. And these charts are available off the peg for the TurboWind system. The dealers, your dealers list, so your local outlets, will be listed at the end of the video. Give them a call, email them. They'll be able to update your software and any hardware modifications required to accept these charts. So in the shallows here, inside the Goodwin Sands, we can see it's very shallow water, 7 meters of water. And the typical scalloped seabed that you get in these shallow water, high current areas. So again, 6 meters of water at the Goodwin Sands, which dries. And as we go further out come across into the French to French sector where you meet the Pas-de-Calais data, Pas-de-Calais charts. You can see these very strong ridges on the seabed. Again, the shipping lanes here, got to be quite careful. Let's take a look back in here in the shallows of the bay where we're away from the shipping lanes. And again, we can see deep features on the seabed, wrecks, scour marks. Just off the edge of this image. So we're looking at a scale here about 400 meters to the screen, top to bottom, so we can take a look at this family of wrecks, probably a single wreck that's split apart. With these deep water scours here, dropping down to 30 meters from a nominal depth of 22 meters of surrounding it. So we'll stop this video there. Our next video will carry on to the north to take in the East Anglia and Spurn areas, leading up towards Flamborough Head.